everyone. The Delaware County Commissioner meeting for June 6, 2024 is now in session. I'm going to ask Ed Helvey if he'd come forward and lead us in the pledge this morning.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Merrill. I'm president of the board this year, and to my right is Vice Chair Barb Lewis, and to my left is fellow Commissioner Jeff Penman. Our two deputy administrators with us today, Eric Hostetler and Don Houston, and of course our clerks, Brandy and Jennifer. Let's begin.
Resolution number 24-443 in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held June 3rd, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 24-443. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today. That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 24-444. In the matter of approving purchase orders, sending now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0605.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 24-444. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-445. In the matter of approving travel expense request.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 24-445. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-446. In the matter of approving the sub-grant award agreement for the Leap Forward grant and authorizing the county administrator to execute the agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 24-446. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-447, in the matter of reappointing members to the North Star New Community Authority Board of Trustees.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communications. We have before you a resolution. Glenn Evans and Howard Heffelfinger, who have both been members of this board, are interested in being reappointed, and we recommend your approval.
Well, I know both Glenn and Howard. I know they've done a good job in the past, and I appreciate them serving.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
No, just again, thanks to both Glenn and Howard for continuing to serve. A lot going on in North Star.
Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-447. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-448, in the matter of authorizing the county administrator to pursue CDBG urban county entitlement qualifications.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Eric Hostetler, Deputy Administrator. This resolution will allow the county administrator to take the administrative steps to apply for urban county entitlement qualification. We received notice from the Department of Housing and Urban Development that we are eligible for this, and last year we received that notice pretty late, too late to actually complete the cycle. We received the notice in a timely manner this year, and we're just wanting to work through those steps this summer to get urban entitlement. Happy to answer any questions you have about the program or the change from the small cities allocation through the state to this direct allocation.
Any questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 24-448. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 24-449, in the matter of approving the third amendment to the master agreement for purchase of a voting system entered into by and between RBM Consulting LLC and the Board of Commissioners of Delaware County, Ohio, for and on behalf of the Delaware County Board of Elections.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Lewis, seconded by Commissioner Benton. Good morning.
Good morning. Carla Herron, Director of the Board of Elections.
Peg Watkins, Member, Board of Elections.
Ed Helvey, member of the Board of Elections.
Anything you want to add to the resolution?
I think it was under great consideration that we're recommending to purchase 12 additional tabulators. We had several meetings with Administrator Davies as well as our board members. And our recommendation is really just to make sure that we reach a threshold to make sure that we have plenty of tabulators for the presidential year. We purchased the voting equipment in 2019, and since then we've increased our registration of voters by over 22,000 voters. And I think the commissioners, as well as the board members, did a really good job in 2019 to look at 5-year projection, which is what you had requested. And we've made it to that 5-year mark. And we think this will get us through for the presidential. And then the recommendation of Administrator Davies was to, as well as our board members, to reevaluate after this year. And I don't know if our board wants to maybe add to those comments.
Yes, we really appreciate the support that you've given us over the years. I think, I'm speaking for myself, but I believe that the board will take a view of all the different products out there as we go forward to make sure that we're getting the best, that there's a level of efficiency that the voters in Delaware County have come to expect, and we want to be leading that throughout the state. So these tabulators that we're getting for this will be used in our early vote center. It's a new generation of tabulator, and we don't want to mix apples with oranges out in the field. So we'll have all of those down here at our vote center, and we'll be able to assess how well they do in this election.
Peg, anything you want to add, or?
It's just, we won't bring on any major changes this year during presidential cycle. We'll look at making larger changes to the system after this, after we get through this one.
Sure, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is, I think we all understand with the growth of our county that we need to be prepared for it. I think there's a lot of discussions going on in the state legislature that will have some impact on where we go forward and how we go forward. And I think we all want to make sure just have the best equipment possible to do the job. And I think there have been some questions and some concerns about the current equipment perhaps. I'll just leave it at that. But we want to make sure we get the best possible for the benefit of our residents. I do think there's misunderstanding about the voting machines, that somehow these are connected to the internet and all this. And that's unfortunate. That is an understanding that exists out there. I don't know if any of you want to comment on that or not, or my statements are sufficient. I'll leave it up to you.
I'll just say this. The more familiar you are with the way we operate, I think the more comfortable you are with the results. Both parties send observers out, especially on the presidential, and I did it back, I think, in 2004, and you have to stand back. You can't interact with the voters or anything. I would have had a better understanding of what's going on in that election to be a poll worker, to work in the system, than to be an outsider trying to claim that something nefarious is going on.
Yeah, I, having been a poll worker, and I'm not this year because I'm on the ballot, but I'm always amazed and impressed with the quality of the people who are working the polls and how well we work together. And there is no question in my mind that no county does it better than Delaware County. And and I'll just leave it at that. So
That's very kind. Thank you.
thank you.
You know, I really want to mention that again because you have such an excellent board and administrator, director, you work very, very hard, and everything is checked, double checked, triple checked. I mean, you just just in the conversations we've had, my gosh, you know, and you're so transparent too, and have been. But you run an excellent Board of Elections, and I agree with Commissioner Merrill, best in the state, one of the best in the nation.
I would say I wanted to say best in the nation, but
Well,
I can't say I'm close enough to make that connection. But
well with my
I'd be
background, I
shocked
can.
if anyone does it better.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of credit goes to Carla and the staff and the job they do.
Yeah.
I-
Absolutely.
Right, right.
If there's not any other comments?
Just thank you. Keep up the good work. It's going to be a very, very busy season, so it's good that you're planning ahead to get the number of machines right. So,
Call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-449. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number
Thank you, guys.
24-450, in the matter of approving supplemental appropriations and a transfer of funds.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Karen First, Fiscal Manager. This first requested supplemental is for the Capital Improvement Reserve Fund and is associated with the bid results for the renovation of the 109 North Sandusky Street building, which will house the Public Defender's Office. And the state will reimburse the county approximately 78% of this project. The second.
Should be 100%, but I guess
Well,
we get
yeah.
what we can get. So that's an editorial comment.
Yes. The second requested supplemental and transfer of funds is for the Capital Acquisitions and Project Fund, and these requests are attributed to the purchase of the 12 vote scanners for the Board of Elections and to account for potential cost overruns for remaining purchases for the EMS department.
Any questions or comments? Call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-450. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Karen.
Karen.
Resolution number 24-451, in the matter of approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, and the Board of Developmental Disabilities relating to an individual in the permanent custody of the county.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Jennifer Wattenshade. I'm the Business Administrator with Job and Family Services. This is an agreement for one individual that is in our custody. We cost share this individual with Board of DD. The price of this contract has gone down drastically this year, which is a huge relief. But this is truly the best place for this youth. So.
Questions or comments?
Yeah, a question. There are 4 agencies in this resolution.
They do have other services that they do provide to this youth, but it is Board of DD and us that primarily provides for the housing of this youth.
I think, Commissioner Benton, I think you're looking at item number 11.
Oh,
It's
I
the
jumped
next
ahead
one.
accidentally.
There are four.
Never mind.
Okay, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I know other agencies do provide services whenever this youth
Right,
needs them, but these are the only 2 in this contract.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Any more comments?
Any more curveballs?
No, unless you want to answer number 11 questions.
Call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-451. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Item number 11, resolution number 24-452, in the matter of approving the child placement service contracts, First Amendments and Second Amendments between the Delaware County Board of Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and child placement providers George Junior Republic in Pennsylvania, DTAC of Ohio LLC, Cornell Abraxas Group LLC, and Ohio MHAS Eastway Corporation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
This year, as of right now, we currently have 23 youth in care, and thankfully, we do not have any of those youth placed in these locations. Some of their rates have gone up quite a bit, but they are more a safety net in case we run into a youth that needs an emergency placement so that we can find what suits them best. They all provide very specialized care for youth. We run into a lot of different varieties whenever we have youth that we are taking into custody. So hopefully these remain a safety net, but we would like to have them in place in case we need them.
Questions or comments? Call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-452. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
Jennifer.
Thank you.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Erica Don, either one of you.
I have nothing today, thank you.
Nothing to report. Thank you.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes, just wanted to mention, the Disaster Recovery Center is FEMA's center. It is still open, and it started on May 28th and is open through Saturday, June 8th. 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And there's also FEMA assistance for vehicle losses, and there's assistance for continuing housing needs, and also there is the prospect of insurance if a homeowner's insurance, or I think it's just, it could be car insurance, could be home insurance. I believe it's probably home insurance that they're talking about, but if insurance settlement payment is delayed, there's a way to get some more fundings until the funding would come through that person needs. So kind of a stopgap solution to that. So make certain, though, and I know Jane has done, our communications director has done a great job of getting this information out, but I passed the site this morning. There are cars there, and there have been every time that I passed. It is right in the center of Galena, and if anybody's been to Galena, you know where the center is, and it's not that big, so you'll see the great big FEMA signs. So anyway, just want to make people aware of that, and they can also check on our Facebook page and website.
Okay.
That's it.
Very good. And I trust that Commissioner Benton will lead off with the Muirfield Tournament.
That was number one on my list. The tournament has started. The golfers have teed off. This is the first round. It goes through Sunday, obviously, and just a reminder, everyone, most of the golf course is in Delaware County. So it is a big event for the whole area, certainly not just Delaware County, but Dublin does a great job of integrating this tournament, making it just a huge success. So it's just a great weekend. Also want to mention that today, the actual day today, is the 80th anniversary of D-Day. It was 80 years ago today that the Allies stormed the beaches of Normandy and started the victory over Nazi Germany. So very incredible accomplishment. I was there for the 60th anniversary, and it was very, very impressive, very, very well done. Very impressive military accomplishment to make that landing successful. But anyway, just wanted to remind everyone to remember those heroes, because there's 9,800 buried in the bluff right above Omaha Beach, and there's many thousands of others buried in the area. But anyway, big day for veterans, and we're losing them. They're approaching 100 to be a veteran of the World War II now. You have to be close to 100 or over 100. So there aren't many of those heroes left, but again, it's good to pause and remember and thank them.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many of our younger people, I think, are not getting that education in school, and that's unfortunate. And the price that generation paid, many with their lives, and some of the challenges when they return home cannot be understated. And we only can hope that as time passes, we'll become better educated on the topics than we are, and the appreciation that these veterans deserve. I have nothing else to add to that, so I do believe we have need for executive.
We do. Resolution number 24-453, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment and compensation of a public employee or public official for pending or imminent litigation and for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 24-453. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.